In a quiet village where the sky brushed the endless fields in hues of gold, there lived a girl named Mia. Every evening the sun would melt into the horizon like spilled honey, and Mia would sit by the tall grass behind her grandmother's cottage, watching the world glow. She loved the quiet. She loved the way the wind carried secrets through the crops. But most of all, she loved her cat, Whiskers. Whiskers was no ordinary cat. His fur shimmered like moonlight when the dusk settled in. His green eyes were deeper than the forest beyond the river. And sometimes, just sometimes, Mia felt like he understood things no one else could. One afternoon, while cleaning her grandmother's attic, Mia found something strange tucked inside an old wooden chest. It was a map.
Whoa,
The paper was brittle with age, its edges browned and curled. A golden symbol was drawn at the center, a sun crossed with a key. The path on the map wound through the whispering forest, across the silver stream, and ended at a place marked only with one word: awakening. Mia's heart raced. That night, as moonlight slipped through her window, Whiskers jumped onto her desk and placed his paw directly on the map. "You want me to follow it?" she whispered. Whiskers blinked once. The next morning, Mia packed bread, water, and her courage. With Whiskers trotting beside her, she stepped beyond the familiar fields and into the forest. The whispering forest lived up to its name. Leaves rustled even when there was no wind. Shadows shifted in ways that made her pulse quicken. But every time fear began to rise in her chest, Whiskers would walk ahead confidently, glancing back as if to say, "Trust me." At the silver stream, the water rushed too fiercely to cross. Mia frowned. How are we supposed to get over? Whiskers stepped onto a flat stone in the middle of the water, and it glowed faintly. One by one, more stones lit up, forming a path. Mia gasped. "You knew." He did not look surprised. They crossed safely, and the forest began to thin. Ahead stood a hill crowned with ancient ruins covered in ivy and thyme. At the center was a stone door carved with the same golden sun and key symbol from the map. But there was no handle. Mia pressed her hand to the carving. Nothing happened. Frustrated, she sighed. "Maybe I'm not meant to be here." Whiskers walked to the door and did something impossible. He stood taller. His form shimmered like heat over sand. For a moment, Mia saw not just her small village cat, but something grand, something ancient. His eyes glowed like twin emerald flames. A voice echoed, not from his mouth, but in her heart. "I am the guardian of this path. I was sent to guide you." Mia stepped back, breath trembling. "Guide me to what?" "To your destiny." The door slowly opened. Inside was no pile of gold, no glittering jewels. Instead, the chamber held a crystal sphere floating in the air, filled with swirling golden light. When Mia approached it, the light reached toward her like it recognized her. The treasure was not wealth. It was a gift. The sphere dissolved into warmth that flowed through her veins. In that moment, she understood things she never had before. The language of the wind, the rhythm of the earth, the quiet wisdom of the sky that brushed her village in gold each evening. She was meant to protect the balance of the land, to care for it, to listen when others could not. Whiskers shrank back to his usual size and sat calmly at her feet. "You knew all along?" she said softly. He purred. As they walked back home, the forest no longer whispered in warning. It sang. The stream shimmered gently. The fields seemed brighter than before. Mia was no longer just a girl in a quiet village. She was its guardian. And Whiskers? He would stay by her side, not just as her cat, but as her silent protector, her friend, and the keeper of her first great adventure. Years later, when the sky brushed the fields in hues of gold, villagers would speak of how the crops never failed, how storms softened before reaching their homes, how peace seemed to live in the soil itself. They never knew about the map. They never knew about the ruins. But Mia did. And sometimes, at sunset, Whiskers' eyes would glow just a little brighter, as if reminding her that the greatest treasures are not found in gold, but in discovering who you were always meant to be. And please don't forget to like and subscribe for more amazing stories.